Hi, loves. Okay, I'm excited to talk to you today. I did have a little bit of an incident right before I pressed live. I sat myself up for doing the live in a chair that was on an angle, and I completely fell over backwards in the chair. But I'm happy to report I'm okay and ready to do this live because I'm really excited about it. So, today I wanted to talk to you about how I'm able to travel around the world and run my business online full time. If you've been following me for a while, you'll know that I'm often traveling in different places. Right now, I'm in Greece. Previously this year, I was in the Dominican Republic, traveling through South America last year, Australia, like all over kind of thing. And I also, spend some time in my home country of Canada in really beautiful places. And I do all of this while I run my online based business, which is, like kind of this vibe, right? Talking to people, supporting people, helping light workers, helping women to really embody their higher selves and therefore embodying their soul's calling, also helping them to share those gifts with the world in a way that they can get paid. So I'm really passionate about what I do, and I have a pretty amazing setup. And people often ask me, how are you able to do this? Like, how is this? Okay, sorry, my phone decided that I needed a software update, so I don't know what just happened there. So I wanted to share with you 5 key steps that were a part of my path that I really feel like are going to support you on your own journey if it is something that you're wanting to do. So this is definitely going to be for you if you have a love of travel, you have a love of freedom, expansion. You want to go travel and see the world for months and months at a time, sometimes, or, at least maybe more than you're doing now. And you also want to be really aligned with your soul's calling while you're doing that, maybe running a full-time business yourself. So my journey started, I've been running this business now for about 7.5 years. And when I first started those first few years, I wasn't traveling the world. I was just barely making ends meet with what I was doing. And through trial and error and through really connecting in with my guides and Archangel Michael and my higher self every day, I was able to figure some things out, and I started bringing more money in. I started having more than enough, and then I finally was able to run my business, while traveling and doing that. So on my journey, like I said, I've learned 5 key steps that I'd really love to share with you. So these 5 key steps for, running a business, traveling the world, honoring your soul's calling are. So the first one is really tuning in and tapping in with your higher self. Okay, so this discussion isn't about how you can just travel the world. No, it's about how you're really walking the path of your soul and your soul's calling. And because you have that heart's desire to travel the world, you get to do that because your higher self naturally is an embodiment of freedom and expansion and choice. So as you embody your higher self and walk in your soul's purpose, it's just natural for you to be able to travel the world. That setup has already been provided. So the number one step here is going to be to tune in with your higher self, your spirit guides, your angels every single day. A great prayer from A Course in Miracles is, where would you have me go? What would you have me do? What would you have me say? And to whom. So you can start off with a prayer like that every morning, doing a meditation, connecting in, making sure you have a morning routine, a dedicated spiritual practice where you're asking to embody the light of your higher self, and you're taking your soul mission very seriously. Because what I know to be true is, if your heart's desire is to truly travel the world, then whatever your soul mission and your soul's calling is, those things, those activities, those actions, that career path, whatever that is a part of your soul calling, that will all line up perfectly. When I started this path doing this work, I didn't start off this work, this spiritual work, and say, I'm going to do this and it's going to help me travel the world. No, I started it and I said, I know that I have something deep inside me that wants to work in the field of spirituality and talk about it and share, teach, whatever you want to call that. And I was so clear on that mission, but I also had this soul desire, this heart's desire to travel the world, because I've always loved that since I was a kid. And the divine has planned your life and your path so powerfully. So your soul callings and the things that you're supposed to be working on in this life are going to naturally guide you to that soul's desire of traveling the world. It's all designed perfectly. So number one is have a daily dedicated spiritual practice where you're connecting in and you're asking for your higher self to come into your body, and you're really feeling into your heart's desires and your soul's calling and your life purpose, and you choose to be aligned with your higher self. Number two, for traveling the world, running an amazing, soul-based business, or having that income coming in to support you in a way that's connected to your heart, your soul calling. Okay, activate your Shakti, activate your inner fire so you can take the action. So many people have this desire. So many people want to travel the world. So many people want to run a business that they love. Yeah, a lot of people, I'm sure you've heard friends or family talk about that. I want to run a business, or I want to do this, or I want to do this. And then they don't take that action, and years go by and they're in the same place. Why? Because they don't have that Shakti fire activated, that navel center chakra and that solar plexus chakra. You need those to be activated Kundalini, so you can have the power and the life force energy and the motivation and inspiration to take the action that you learned about when you had your spiritual practice. And when you downloaded the guidance, with your spiritual practice that morning or throughout your day. And now with that Shakti fire activated, you can take the action. So for activating your inner life force energy, your inner fire, I highly recommend Kundalini Yoga. It's one of the biggest practices in my life that activates those centers for me. You can find free Kundalini Yoga classes online if you search for Camilla, Kimilla, on YouTube, Kundalini Yoga classes, and you'll find some amazing classes to activate that inner fire. Anything that is going to move your body and get your life force pumping and get you deep breathing and get you to challenge yourself and your body is going to help. So if you're a runner and you really like to run, or it's something you want to take up, or if you want to go to the gym and challenge yourself in that way, but getting in your body and pushing through can really help to activate that Shakti fire. So activate that Shakti fire, and that's going to help you take the action, steps that you need to take, that you downloaded with your spiritual practice. Step number three for traveling the world, running a soul-based business, is that you need your wealth consciousness in place. You need to be working on your wealth consciousness, because all of us were programmed with lack consciousness growing up, also in past lives and from our ancestry. So we believe things like money is hard to come by, I need to work really hard. Being an intuitive or a creative or an artist, that's not a real career. I can't make good money doing that, or what have you. And you can recognize the limiting beliefs that you have around money if you're really tuning in. So we need to work on wealth consciousness. There's many different ways to do this. I'm going to have a free PDF, a free mini ebook coming out in the next 2 weeks, all around wealth consciousness. So please stick around for that, because that's going to have all my go-to steps for wealth consciousness. So if you're live or if you're on replay so far, I'd love to know from these 3 steps, there's going to be 2 more. What really pings you? What sticks out to you so far? Do you feel like you're hitting all of these? Do you feel like you're not hitting any of these? What's kind of resonant for you right now? And I'd also love to know where in the world you're watching from, and where in the world that you're so stoked on traveling to. that would be an amazing thing that I would love to know. If you want to comment and just tell me where in the world, where's that dream destination that you'd love to be running your soul-based business from, or you'd love to be just doing your thing from. Where in the world are you? Where in the world are you going? So number 4 is, okay, so we've tuned in every day with our spiritual practice. We're getting guidance. We have activated that Shakti fire, so we're taking the action because we have inspiration to follow through. We have our wealth consciousness in place. We're starting to vibrate with money can be easy, money loves to flow to me, people love to pay me. Now, we're inevitably running into some blocks, some ancestral imprints, some past life fears. Well, we've been running into them this whole time, right? So we might be like, okay, I have this Shakti fire going, I have it activated, I want to take action on XYZ, but holy shit, I'm afraid of persecution, I'm afraid of what people are thinking, I'm about to launch this program, I'm so afraid no one's going to sign up, or, I shouldn't even be talking. Maybe you're talking about sacred sexuality and you're so afraid of what people are going to think and coming out of the spiritual closet, and not just the spiritual closet, the sexual closet, or whatever that is. And we can recognize that these fears are ancestral imprints, they're trauma from past lives and present lives. So we need to have a practice to clear those energies from our field. Your spiritual practice in the morning or in your day is going to be really good for this. If you take up that Kundalini yoga practice, that's going to be really good for this. I want to bring forth to you that I have a guided meditation that I've just created that is amazing, and in a really fun, beautiful way, I take you through a process of clearing ancestral imprints and past life fears. That's a part of my free course with Archangel Michael. Maybe you've heard about it so far, maybe you haven't, but the link is in the title of this video. And in that journey, we're going to hit 2 of these key steps. We're going to hit that life purpose alignment with your higher self, and we're going to hit this clearing ancestral imprints and past life fears. That's covered in the Archangel Michael course. So I highly recommend you sign up for that if you haven't already. It's a free journey, and it's going to serve you so much on this path if this is something that you're really looking for, because Archangel Michael is going to really, really help you to just rock this out. And actually, Archangel Michael can really help with that Shakti, that inner fire to do what you need to do, because he's a warrior and he's going to ignite your warrior energy. So he's been my main guide on this journey that has made sure that I stay on the path and I do what I'm meant to be doing, and helping me clear any blocks that are in the way. Okay, the last key step for traveling the world and, running your soul-based business and just having the fucking best time ever. Also, not having the best time ever because you're human and you're going to deal with your own bullshit no matter where you are. But it's going to be great because you're going to do it in beautiful places. Is believe in yourself. Okay, that is so key. You gotta believe in yourself, and you gotta have perseverance. That's the best thing that you can do for yourself every day as you're walking this path, is highlighting all the ways that you feel like you rock. Even if that's like, oh my God, I made my bed this morning, I'm so awesome, then you think that. Because that energy of really believing in yourself and being proud of yourself is going to activate this energy where people want to show up for you. They want to support you. They want to support your work. They want to pay you. They want to give you free stuff. They want to give you free plane tickets. Why not? I don't know. Like, believing in yourself, being stoked about yourself, being your own cheerleader, and not paying attention to the naysayers and saying, like, I can do this. I can absolutely do this. And having perseverance while you're believing in yourself, knowing that there's going to be hard times, you're going to feel down on yourself sometimes, and having that perseverance, do your meditation, do your spiritual practice, activate that Kundalini fire, whatever, and come back and come back and come back. Because if it's in your heart, it was made for you. So those are the 5 key steps. Again, I would really love to know, live or on replay, where in the world that you want to go with your magical spiritual business or your magical work. I would really, really love to know that if you haven't already answered. The last thing that I want to share with you, so I've already invited you to take the free Archangel Michael course, which hits 2, if not 3 of these main points. The other free course I have that I really love is called Creating an Abundant Business as a Priestess. So this is, again, free. It's 3 videos with 3 guided meditations. So in this, we actually hit the wealth consciousness aspect of what we talked about. And it's a little bit more specific to actually creating that business. So you can check that out. I also left the link to Creating an Abundant Business as a Priestess in the title of this video. Again, so that's a free course. So you can do both of them. You can do one of them, whatever resonates for you. But just so you know that there are free courses that I take you through these action steps a lot more deeply. We can talk about these 5 key steps, but these courses are actually going to help you implement the key steps. So from Greece, I bid you adieu. And I can just show you the magical flooring that's everywhere in Greece. It's so amazing, but that's about the most of the view that I have right now that I can show you. So much love, and I'd love to hear from you in the comments, you know, what stuck out about this dialogue for you. Are you hitting any of these points? Are you rocking it out in some of these points? Or, you know, is there something that stuck out at you that you're like, I really need actually to do that. I need to activate that more. I'd love to know. I'd love to support you. Sign up for those free courses if you feel called, because there's a lot of good information in there, and they've served a lot of people already. So much love from Greece. Ciao.